I have to believe that everything I have lost, said goodbye to, or had to walk away from will be returned to me in the form of something much better. My spirit knows, but my body is still learning. Hello my friends, welcome back to Epoxy Me That. How are you? I hope doing okay. And I want to thank you for showing up today. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tammy and I'm so glad you joined us today. Today is Coasting Through the Week Coaster Wednesday. Yay! And we're going to be using my new mold that I got from Intoresin. Let's open it up and take a look at it. I haven't even opened it. Look, I attempted, you guys. I tried so hard to contain myself, and I did a good job because I did not get in here. Okay, let's take a look at what this mold looks like. Let me get it out of the paper so it's not all in y'all's ear. Wow! Would you look at that? Oh my word. This is beautiful. I'm going to have so much fun with this mold. And I'm going to be using my new Pigment Drops by Etter Art. I'm super excited. We're also going to be trying the craft resin today because I've heard that you get a better effect using this resin. So we're going to give it a try. And now that I have these Etter Art Pigment Drops, I'm going to try my normal resin that I use on a daily basis, which is Bond Crafter. But we'll try that in another video and see what kind of effect we get using it with the Etter Art Pigment Drops. But today we're going to be using the craft resin. I've got 5 ounces of the craft resin on the turner. You probably can hear it in the background. I'm using my Resiner's dual head epoxy mixer. And I'm mixing it for 3 minutes. Okay, I'm going to take it slow and easy until I kind of catch the feel for these Etter Art Pigment Drops. So I'm not going to be trying to mix any colors or anything today with them. But we will in the future. So I'm going to use the berry, the black, and the white. I'm going to put this in my center, which is just some glass. And then I have my piping bag here because, yes, we're going to be doing some piping. And then this is for you, Jeannie B. You wanted to know what the chameleon flakes looked like poured into resin. So I'm going to do that for you. And I'm going to be using the fuchsia color because I think it might go good with the berry. I'm going to go ahead and mix my white first. Okay, so I'm going to put about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops. I'm not sure how many I need. Like I said, I don't know anything about these pigment drops. So I'm learning right along with you when it comes to these pigment drops. But if you missed my video where I was talking about these pigment drops, they are now available in the United States, whereas before they weren't. So they're Etter Art, and I will list them in my description box in case anyone is interested. And if you buy all of the colors together, then you get this nifty little menu that shows you how to make all kinds of colors. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let that sit over here and degas for about 3 minutes. And then we're going to pour it. Well, we can go ahead and pour it in the piping bag, because it's going to do the same thing in there. So let's go ahead and just get it poured in. And I switched to these popsicle sticks right here that are, they're glittery and they're plastic, so you can reuse them over and over and over again. I switched to them because, for one, it saves on waste, and then for two, the big box of wooden popsicle sticks that I used to buy was $4 and something. Now they've went up to $7 a box. So there's that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tie this up and get it ready. Now let's mix our colors. I'm going to put the black in here. And I'm just going to put 2 drops and see where that gets me. Because, like I said, I've never used these before, so I don't know. Oh, wow, that's really black. Okay. I think that's all we're going to use in this. All right, so I'm going to set that to the side. Now we're going to do the berry. And I put 7 drops of the berry. That's a beautiful color. So beautiful. I love this color. My mother-in-law would love this berry color. She loves burgundy, like burgundy and gold together. So she'd love this color too. Remember that photo box on a swivel that I made her a while back? She loved that thing. I'm going to have to see when we go Christmas what kind of pictures she put in it. Okay, I want this a little bit more opaque, so I'm going to put 3 more drops in it. And then I'm going to stir it up, and I think that's going to be perfect. And now I'm fixing to add, I forgot, the fuchsia chameleon flakes to our black. Now these things fly everywhere, so let me move my stuff. Okay, I moved everything out of the way. So we're going to get a little scoop of it and put it in. And this is for you, Jeannie B. You wanted to know what it would look like to put chameleon flakes mixed in with your resin. So that's what I'm going to do for you. And we'll see how it turns out. You can see them in there. You see it? See them in there? It's kind of hard with my glittery stick. Let me show you on the popsicle stick. See them in there? Just a dancing around. I thought I would share this with you before my video starts. This is how my piece is looking so far. My bear got a hat. Ain't he cute? And he got a balloon. He's happy now. He got himself a balloon. So that's how it's looking right now. I have a few bumps in the road, my friend, and I wanted to see if you could help me out. I changed the bases. Remember the base, it used to be this beautiful color right here from Laura's Art Corner. And it's not that I don't like it. I love this color and I absolutely love that red. But I thought the gold base looked better because the bear is gold. And it just makes it, you know, flow better. To me, my opinion. Let me know what you think. Which base would you choose? Because our balloon has got that sparkly red. It's not the same red as that red. And also, I made the balloon out of an actual balloon mold. So that's why the hole is there. See? Sorry, I still have to clean my mold. It's a little dirty. But I did try putting an actual string in the balloon. Let me show you. And it just throws it off to me because he's holding a string, which is actually wire. But hey, it's a string. So that throws it off to me. What do you think? Let me know. Help me out here so I can seal the deal on this beautiful piece and get it in my shop so someone can enjoy it. I think it's so stinking cute. Now, I don't have the light in here yet. Most of you know, because you watched me create it, that this is the light. And it goes in the bottom of the base like this. And I gave you the link to get yourselves a mold just like this in yesterday's video. So go check that out. It's in my description box. Don't miss it because it's a fabulous deal. If you get two, you get 20% off. So I paid next to nothing for mine. And they're $4.99 anyways. So you buy two, you get 20% off. They are matte molds. As you can tell, this piece is matte. But if you don't like matte, you can dome it, make it shiny, and remold it. However you want to do it. But I thought I would show this to you all first. So you can help me out with finishing it. What would you do with that hole right there? I thought about a rhinestone. I did. But I don't know if that's going to look so great either. And there he is on top of the red base, which doesn't look too shabby. So that's why I need some help here, my friends. I've been looking at this piece for too long. It's starting to all come and close in on me, and I really need to make the best decision for this little guy. So, could you help me get there? Also, the base, on the bottom of the base, I put these cute little feet. They're cabinet feet. They're silicone. And they're just going to push that piece off of the place that it's sitting on and protect that dome on the bottom and also protect the person's piece that it's sitting on, because if it were to get really hot in the person's home, this may adhere to whatever it's sitting on because it is epoxy resin, and epoxy resin doesn't like to get hot. So to protect that from happening, I put the feet on the bottom to protect both the customer and the piece. So let me know, how would you finish this piece off? Please help me out. All right, I'll let you all enjoy the video. See you later. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pour my black. I hope I've got enough that'll keep that center filled. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah. Because that center is pretty high. All right, now I'm going to snip the tip here and we're going to go ahead and pipe. All right, I need to snip a little bit more off. There we go. Now I'm just going to make my dots. Just like that. I'm going to go all the way around. Now I'm going to take my berry here. I'm going to pour it right in the center. I'm going to give it a chance to move all the way around. It's looking like it's not filling up over here, but it is over here. I'm going to have to put a popsicle stick under it. I don't know if the mold is not level. Because my table is definitely level. So the mold is not level. I had to prop it up with a popsicle stick. That's a bummer. Alright, since I've got it leveled out, I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest. Okay, so it's looking like it holds 5 ounces. Now I'm going to drop in my center here. So I put my glass inside of this straw, so I can make sure that it's going to go right in the center. Okay. I guess we wait, my friends. I'm so nervous. I'm going to help those go down a bit. I'm going to spritz some alcohol on the top to pop any surface bubbles. Looks like it could have held a little bit more resin, but I didn't want to pour any more because it's not level. The mold's not level. I'll have to get in touch with Intoresin about that. Because my table is definitely level. Most definitely. Okay, I hope this turns out. I hope it turns out. I will see you all in a little bit, my friends. See you later. Our coaster is finished. And I'm not sure what we're going to get. So let's get it on out and look at it. It looks like the white stayed here, and I'm wondering if it's not going to be on the other side. And no, it's not. Why isn't the white coming through? That's odd. I wonder what I did wrong. But the coaster's pretty. Look at that. Look at all that sparkle. Man, that's beautiful. But I'm super bummed because none of my white came through. That's weird. Huh. I don't know what I did wrong, my friends. Did I not use enough white? I mean, if you're going to have to use a lot of that white, then that stuff's not going to last you very long. And it's expensive. I don't know, my friends. I don't know what happened. That's strange. Well, we got a really pretty coaster. It just doesn't have any white in it. It doesn't have a real pretty design on it. You know, from dropping the white. We didn't get any kind of special effects here, my friends. No special effects. Well, well, well. If anybody has any suggestions as to why my white disappeared, let me know. But I think this is still pretty. I do. And I love my center. Look how it just sparkles. Isn't that pretty? I love putting glass as these centers because I think they just dance around and catch your attention. Well, I'm going to have to play around with these pigment drops some more and see why I didn't get anything. It's not because of the shape of the coaster. I'm almost certain of that. So, I don't know. Here we go again. I'm going to do this one more time. And this time, I'm going to do the blue and the yellow. I'm not mixing anything to make any special color. Blue and yellow. And then I'm going to use my own Cast and Craft opaque pigment. And I'm going to see if that's the difference. Why I'm not getting my white to drop. And if it is, then that means I'm not using enough of the pigment drops. So my resin is turning. So when it gets done, we'll go ahead and drop those colors in. And then I'll see you for the demold. I have my colors mixed up and ready to go. I'm just waiting on my center to cure. My center always goes everywhere when I use something like glitter. So what I'm going to try to do, and I've never done this before, it was just a crazy idea that I had. I threw my glitter in this cabochon right here, and I'm just curing it up. And I'm going to put that in my center. So as soon as that gets done curing, we can go ahead and throw our color in our mold. But I'm going to take some of this laser powder, and I'm going to put just a tiny, tiny bit like that in my blue. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir. And now I'm going to turn my mold over and cure it on the other side, and then we'll be ready. See you in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and drop in my blue. And then I'm going to pipe my white onto the coaster like I did before, and then we're going to drop in the yellow. Okay, I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I do my piping. And here's our center. I'm just going to pop it out, and that's what I'm going to use to throw in for our center. So hopefully I can get it in there and it'll stay there. We're not going to put it in now. It wants to go in right now. Don't it? Good Lord of the living. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put in my yellow. And then I have some clear. I'm going to go ahead and throw in some clear. And now I got to prop this side of the mold up because it's flowing more over this way than that way. I'm going to get in touch with Intoresin about it. Alright, I'm going to use my heat gun. Pop any of those surface bubbles right quick. I'm going to spritz some alcohol. And now I'm going to throw in my center. And I hope it stays there. I will meet you all back when it's time to demold. I'm really pushing it to try to get this one done in the same video. But I couldn't leave it like that. I could not leave it like that. And I'm hoping this one's going to do something. It's looking a little bit different than the other one, so hopefully this one will come out different. Alright, I'll see you later. Here's what we got before, and here's what we're going for now. Oh, I'm nervous. I don't know what's going to happen when I turn this over, but I'm crossing my fingers that that white came through on the other side. At least, I don't care if it's ugly, just at least come through on the other side so I know I'm doing something right. So I know I'm going in the right direction. And my center ended up being really nice. Look at that. Alright, let's get it out. And see what's going on. Y'all ready? Okay, the white did show this time. But it's mostly on the diamond part. I don't know if y'all can see it. And there's some in the center too, see? It tried really hard to get there. So, I really am thinking it's the mold now. Yep. But I'm not gonna say that either. It's just what I'm thinking right now. But I don't know it to be a fact. So, if anybody has any suggestions, drop them in the comment section below. Because I really do think that they forgot the active ingredient in my pigment drops. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yep. They forgot the active ingredient in my pigment drops. So this is what we got, my friends. And I tried really hard. I did, to get y'all something pretty. They're pretty. They just don't have the special effects in the center that we're looking for. The pretty design. But I am loving that center. What do y'all think about that? Which center do you like the best? This one? Or this one? Let me know in the comment section below. That one? I love that. Or that one? Let me know. I think I'm going to start doing my blooms this way now, because that turned out beautiful. I love that idea. And it keeps everything uniform and right there in the center. I don't like it when it spreads out like that. I just don't. I've never liked it. I've never cared for it. And I've tried so many different ways to contain it there in the center. But I think I'm on to something now. So I'm loving that. It looks really pretty. So at least I got something right. Don't forget to go check everyone else out in the playlist and see how they are coasting through the week. And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.